color.
You know, if you guys want like a little haul or something. How do you guys feel about Savannah Christina, I think?
You belong to the streets. You with her and you're lying to me.
I don't think that was the words. Okay, no, I'm butchering it. Would you guys like a video on how I repair old wigs, synthetic as well as real? If I could definitely do it. Keep your eye out, you guys. Just comment, let me know exactly what you're thinking, and we'll just kind of go from there. So today's video, I just ranted so much. Basically my sugar daddy story. It's not conventional, and I don't really care if you judge me. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's already done. So this is just where we are now, right? Like, it's already done. So changing names in certain situations because he is crazy. I probably should turn this off, huh? That being said, I've learned how to kind of just deal with creeps, you know, like whatever, it is what it is. I can't change it. And so the situation with the sugar, not the sugar, no, back to normal. It was just like some fan or like a person that commented on my Snapchat video. Whatever these guys be sending, y'all know what I'm talking about, ladies, okay? So he sent that, and he was like already low-key, like tiny itsy bit a bugaboo. So it just kind of worked out. So I tested it, like I just tested game, like, you know, you just gotta test game. So like he was just so on me. I tested it like, oh, I would give you my number. I'm gonna put it in a bow or something. Oh, I would give you my number, but my phone's off, so there's no point. So we could just talk. Girl, my phone was on. Girl, I was perfectly fine. And he responded like, well, how much is your phone bill? Huh? So like I thought it through, and I like came up with some not obscure number, but not like a number to be asking nobody for. Like I was like, oh, $394.22, like something stupid. And the fact that he whatever, so he's like, okay, you got Cash App? I'm like, I do. He's like, what's your name? And I send it to him, and he sends me the money. Bro, I had no choice but to boss up and give him my number, because run off with this little $300, and now shorty's never messing with me. Or I play my role and I keep getting. So I played my role and then I got I gave him my number, and I just kind of gave him like basic conversation. Oh my God, you're so real. I ain't never had, yeah, I know my acid reflux. 1 second. Okay, we're back. The acid reflux is gone, but you know, I played my role like, oh my God, you're so awesome. You're the realest one. Okay, now I'm not gonna release cities, because if I can't release too much details, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta respect that. But you know, we did not live in the same state. We actually lived on opposite sides of the United States. Yeah, opposite sides. So it wasn't like it was gonna be that big of a deal for me to give him conversation, you know? Like, it just wasn't. So, yeah, I'm providing him conversation, and he's providing me what I want. So it gets to a point where, like, not to say I probably didn't build this monster in him, not to say, like, his actions were a result of me taking advantage. I don't even want to say it's taking advantage, because, you know, there was multiple times. When I say multiple, I mean multiple times. Like, I was like, oh, I don't need no money. I don't need nothing. Like, at that point, I was straight, bro. Like, we'll get to that. But, you know, like, so whatever. Anywho, so yeah, I started conversating with him, etc., etc. And then, like, he kind of started feeling himself like, who's daddy? And, you know, like, you know, that weird shit. But I'm not never gonna see you in person, so you're daddy. The fuck? Your daddy. It got to a point where, like, I had to pay my rent through online, and I just gave him my passcode and stuff, and he paid my rent every month. And I think that happened for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. He paid that. He paid my phone bill. Oh, I had a jewelry. Not to say this is good, but I had like a jewelry kind of vibe. Like, I was mad. I'm gonna cut that out. But, you know, I love gold. Anybody that knows me knows I love gold. You guys can't probably see it, but I have 2 chains on now. I have a whole bunch of rings on. I have an ankle chain. Like, you know, like gold's my thing. My nose rings are actually gold. So, it got to the point where, like, I'm boosting his head enough and he's fucking with me enough. He's just buying me fat rings. I'm going to, you guys, like, it'd be a Tuesday. I wish I was still cool with this girl so I could really have somebody explain it to you, but that'll be a different video for a different day. She's calling me on Tuesday, like, what you doing, sis? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm at the jewelry store gonna get a chain. I'm popping my shit because I can, and this nigga's letting me. That was boss bitch, right? Rihanna, give me a clap. Give me a popping it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing me. It's to the point where I'm like, sis, let's go out. She's like, I don't got nothing to wear. I'm like, well, I'm at the mall, pull up. And we're both walking out with bags. And I don't mean like 1 or 2. No, I mean bags. You hear me? Bags, okay? Like 3, 4, 5, like each. We're walking out with pairs of shoes. And guess who paid the tab on that? Me. And you know why? Because of him. So, like, you know, I was eating at this point, whatever I wanted. Now, there was a process to this, though. Like I said, I tested it first. It's ism, baby. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. Psh, you hear me? West Coast ism. Just some proof. So, I guess could see. I think, like, this man $1 and he sent me over 5K. And oh, this one too. If you guys want another cat. And then there's this one. I just play my role. Like, it's all really a mental game. You're just sitting there. Really, you don't have to give nothing up. Like, that's the whole thing. You could really just conversate with somebody. Conversate with them. Seem genuinely interested in what they're talking about. Like, genuinely interested. If you got to take notes, treat it like a job. Then do it. You know what I'm saying? I played my role correctly for a while. Now, I could admit, I messed it up. The vibe was already different, and he started kind of feeling himself. He started being real disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, real disrespectful. It was a business ship, you know? Like, I played my role. I was going to go to the city where he was at. Now, mind you, I was going with my cousin, and she was going to do whatever. So it just worked out, you know, a month to 2 weeks before I was actually supposed to get on the plane. That's when he started talking. Like, it just didn't make me feel comfortable, you know, to say no, because he wasn't entitled to it. So yeah, he started being real out of pocket. And then next thing you know, if I don't answer the phone one time, it's like, bitch, I'm not paying your rent this month. Now, mind you, I ain't never asked you to do this. You offered to do it and I allowed you, you know. I don't know. There's certain stuff I don't want to say just in case, you know. Basically, it had to end. So in my head, he had my address. He knew all my information before I was supposed to go. Like I said, he started being disrespectful, started being crazy. It was real aggressive. And at that point, I canceled my trip. Like, do you want this money back? I'll send you the money back. Like, I'm cool. I don't want to deal with it. That, you know, obviously tensions started to rise. Like, oh, so, you know, tensions rose and things like that. But then out of nowhere, he started saying he was coming up here. And he wasn't going to tell me when. And he was just going to pop up at my house. And like I said, he had all my login information to pay my rent. He paid my bills. He had my phone. At that point, I decided it was time to get out. I started acting crazy. I started being crazy to, like, scare him off. And it didn't work. Okay. So at that point, I, like, just started ignoring him and just doing shit that I know he didn't like, shit that I know for a fact he hated, so that I had an excuse to do it. Like, without him knowing, I started stacking up all that money and I moved. I moved and I changed my numbers and that was it. And so now I'm sugar daddy-less, working 2 jobs. Yeah, so at that point, you know, I moved, I dipped out, and I changed my number, and that was that. Like, and so I'm not built to be a sugar baby. If you guys have any questions, please comment. You guys, I hope you guys are all happy. I hope you guys have nothing but financial prosperity coming your way, and I hope you guys have mental and spiritual peace, because we all deserve it.